He is resigning from his position as king. Following several months of rumors and speculation regarding his health, he has finally made an announcement that has caused the royal family to be shaken. As a result of this significant change, Prince William is rapidly assuming essential responsibilities and making preparations for the future of the monarchy. What unexpected occurrence compelled King Charles to be forced to make this choice? Describe the ways in which the leadership of Prince William will affect the future of the monarchy. We invite you to join us as we reveal the unfortunate announcement that King Charles made after Prince William has begun to take the spotlight. This is where Prince William takes the spotlight. At times, the royal family has been able to maintain a balance between tradition and change, while at other times, they have experienced tension. King Charles is currently dealing with ongoing health issues, which is causing a significant shift to take place. Prince William is assuming a more prominent role in the public eye, taking on additional responsibilities and establishing himself as the most promising successor to the monarchy. As everyone in the palace waits for what is going to happen next, all eyes are on him. Over the course of many years, Prince William was regarded as the prince who followed in the footsteps of his legendary father. As the future king, he participated in the same educational institutions, received instruction from the same royal advisors, and made preparations to ascend to the throne. However, over the course of the last few months, something has shifted. He can now speak with more assurance, he can now act with more purpose, and he is now a more significant participant in royal events. In spite of the fact that King Charles continues to serve as the head of the monarchy, Prince William is the individual that people look to for direction. As his father had done in the past, he recently attended a gathering that included prominent officials, charitable organizations, and world leaders. There is no doubt that he is assuming the role that his father once held. There are certain choices that need to be approved by the king with his direct approval. It is now under the control of Prince William. The manner in which Prince William exercises leadership is also distinct. A more contemporary approach is what he favors. The real problems that people face are the primary focus of this approach. During the decades that King Charles spent advocating for environmental causes and international relations, Prince William has focused his efforts on charitable work, including providing assistance to veterans of the armed forces, supporting mental health programs, and speaking out against climate change. His recent initiatives have garnered widespread support, particularly among younger generations who had previously distanced themselves from the monarchy. Prince William has been careful not to overstep his boundaries, despite the fact that his presence is growing. Throughout his life, he has consistently demonstrated a profound respect for his father's position by accompanying him to significant events and providing him with support. The role that Prince William plays continues to expand as King Charles faces an increasing number of challenges. The people of the United Kingdom have taken notice. In spite of the fact that opinions on King Charles continue to be divided, polls indicate that support for Prince William and Princess Catherine has been growing. More and more people believe that Prince William will be the monarchy's successor in the future. However, it appears that the future is getting closer and closer with each passing day. There is, however, something else that is developing behind the scenes. Within the royal family, there is a discussion that is currently taking place. In addition, it involves King Charles III making a depressing announcement regarding the future of the monarchy. What is the actual level of power that Prince William possesses? The growing influence of Prince William. Although King Charles continues to serve as the head of the monarchy, Prince William is taking on the responsibility of making significant decisions on his behalf. It is necessary for the royal family to strike a balance between the realities of a changing world and the traditions that have been passed down through the generations. People have varying perspectives on what the future ought to be like, and society is currently going through a period of transition. People are curious about whether or not the monarchy can still maintain a connection with contemporary society. Younger generations have a weaker attachment to the traditions of the royal family. Prince William is tasked with devising a strategy that will bring them together. While this is going on, tensions within the royal family are growing to a higher level. While simultaneously navigating political pressures and the attention of the media, Prince William is required to manage his relationships with senior royals. Every action that he takes is being carefully observed, and even the smallest mistake can spark a controversy. The responsibility of maintaining stability while simultaneously adapting to a world that is constantly changing falls on his shoulders. How the monarchy interacts with the general populace is one of the aspects that has shifted as a result of his growing influence. It is Prince William's belief that people should be more approachable and that they should interact with one another in a way that is natural. Already, he has taken action to move away from traditions that are no longer meaningful. His priority is to serve others and to ensure that the royal family continues to play an important role in the life of the British people. It has been observed that he is taking part in activities that have a more personal and significant feel to them. Listening to people's concerns and making an effort to address them is something he does. His manner cannot be compared to that of previous generations. In addition, the younger generation has performed admirably in response to this change. Alterations are also being made within the royal household at this time. Members of the staff are getting ready for a time when Prince William will be taking on more significant responsibilities. To ensure that the transition goes off without a hitch, his advisors are working closely with him. Even individuals who have served under King Charles for a considerable amount of time can look to Prince William for guidance. The support of the general public for Prince William is also increasing. Many people consider him to be a powerful and capable leader. The citizens have been given a sense of comfort as a result of his presence during this difficult time. There is faith among the people that he will lead with power and determination. However, not all members of the organization are in agreement with the decisions that he has made. People have the opinion that traditions ought to be preserved in their original form. Nevertheless, Prince William did not alter his opinion in any way. He has a healthy respect for history, but he is also aware that clinging to the past too tightly can lead to complications. Keeping the monarchy strong for the future is the primary focus of his attention. As things continue to evolve, people are beginning to speculate about what the future holds for King Charles. The power dynamic is shifting, and Prince William is taking on a more significant role in the relationship. Along with that, new expectations are brought about. An increase in responsibilities is one thing, but the question is whether or not Prince William is truly ready to wear the crown. For a number of years, Prince William, who is the heir to the throne, has been recognized as the heir who brought the monarchy into the modern era. With self-assurance, he has taken on international responsibilities, worked closely with charitable organizations, and supported initiatives aimed at improving mental health. However, taking on the role of king is a difficult responsibility. Keeping traditions alive is not the only thing that is important. It involves guiding a nation through difficult times as its leader. Even though Prince William has been preparing for this role ever since he was born, this does not mean that he is ready to take on the role. The weight of responsibility that comes with the crown is something that he has experienced. He has gained an understanding of the harsh realities of royal life by observing his father being constantly judged by everyone and his mother being pursued by the press after she passed away. On the other hand, he has never served as a ruler. Nothing he has ever done can adequately prepare him for the day he is crowned king. On the other hand, his recent actions give the impression that he is taking his upcoming role seriously. His presence on the international stage has been strengthened, and he has increased the number of public appearances he makes. The expectation of the general public is, however, one of the significant challenges he must overcome. A great deal is expected of him by the citizens. What they want is beyond what he is able to provide. At the same time that some people want him to bring the monarchy into the modern era, others anticipate that he will unquestionably uphold every tradition. Keeping both sides in check is one of the most important challenges he faces. And then there is the aspect of the personal. Unlike his father, who had decades to prepare for the role of king, Prince William may have to assume the throne much earlier than was originally anticipated. The idea of becoming king while simultaneously taking care of his family would be a lot for him to handle, especially considering that he is still a parent to young children. Despite the fact that Catherine, his wife, has been his most steadfast supporter, their future is still uncertain due to the fact that she is struggling with her health. King Charles is also dealing with serious health issues. Could he still carry out his royal responsibilities? The position of King of England has never been an easy one, but in recent years, it has become even more difficult for King Charles to fulfill his duties. The recent diagnosis of cancer that he received has caused substantial concern across the entirety of the nation. People have suddenly become interested in learning what this means for the future of the monarchy. Buckingham Palace initially disclosed only a limited amount of information regarding his condition. Although it was confirmed by the officials that the king was receiving treatment, they chose not to disclose the specific type of cancer that he was battling. An increasing number of people had inquiries, while specialists and royal watchers struggled to provide an explanation. The health of the individual is the primary concern of everyone. Because of his unwavering commitment to his duties, King Charles has always been admired. The fact that he continues to attend important royal events and meet with world leaders despite the fact that he is battling his illness is evidence that he is no longer the same person. The vitality that he once possessed is beginning to wane. Concerns have been raised regarding his capacity to fulfill the responsibilities of his role. Professionals in the medical field who are familiar with cases similar to his are aware of the effects that such a condition can have. As a result of the demanding nature of cancer treatments, the body becomes more susceptible to infections and becomes weaker. The idea of taking a step back was never something that a man who had spent his entire life getting ready to take charge of something would ever have considered. The realities of his health, on the other hand, are forcing the royal family to have difficult conversations. During this time, there is an increase in the number of people paying attention to Prince William, and they have begun to wonder whether this transition is occurring more quickly than anticipated. Despite the fact that the king is still in charge, his son is already making preparations to succeed him. Supporters of the monarchy who have been around for a long time have high hopes that King Charles will recover and continue to rule for many years to come. Some people are of the opinion that this particular moment marks the beginning of a new era. It's possible that Prince William gains more power much more quickly than was anticipated. Everybody is in agreement that things are going to switch around. Provisions are being made within the palace to accommodate any and all potential outcomes. Advisors are currently contemplating the most effective methods for managing public communication, while key government figures continue to maintain a close involvement. Despite the fact that the Queen, who is well known for her support, has remained by King Charles's side throughout this challenging time, the pressure is increasing and it is having an effect on everyone. In spite of the severity of his condition, King Charles made a commitment to continue serving for as long as he could, a promise that garnered the admiration of a great number of people. Nevertheless, behind the scenes, adjustments are being made to the plans, and careful consideration is being given to the future of the monarchy. A significant portion of King Charles' responsibilities have already been assumed by Prince William. King Charles, who will one day become the king, is tasked with a comprehensive list of obligations. In his role as monarch, he fulfills the role of head of state, representing the United Kingdom both domestically and internationally. In addition to working closely with the Prime Minister, he takes part in meetings with world leaders and delivers speeches. The approval of new laws, the leadership of significant state ceremonies, and the supervision of royal charities are all part of his responsibilities. His presence and approval are necessary for the implementation of any significant political change, whether it be domestic policies or international treaties. Additionally, he is accountable for the upkeep of relationships with the nations that make up the Commonwealth. In addition to his political responsibilities, King Charles is deeply involved in philanthropy. He is responsible for ensuring that the existing connections between Britain and its former colonies continue to be strong. Over the course of several decades, he has been a staunch advocate for environmental causes, advocating for climate change long before it became a widespread concern. Through the Prince's trust, he has assisted a great number of young people in locating employment, educational opportunities, and other opportunities. His dedication to the preservation of historical buildings and architecture has had an impact on public projects all over the United Kingdom. Even in his later years, he maintained his dedication to the causes he was fighting for. Due to his health problems, he is putting his ability to continue being as active as he was before to the test. The heir, Prince William, has always played a significant role in the monarchy, albeit on a more limited scale than other members of the royal family. His work with the Royal Foundation has resulted in significant initiatives, including projects that are aimed at providing assistance to communities that are experiencing difficulties. He has also concentrated on developing strong relationships in other countries and participating in significant conversations about the future of Britain. In contrast to his father, who has been deeply involved in international affairs, Prince William has adopted a more personal approach, concentrating on connecting directly with the general public and addressing issues that are relevant to everyday life. The Prince of Wales has developed into a reliable and dependable source of support for his family. He is cheering on his father while also supporting his wife, Princess Catherine, as she juggles the responsibilities of being a mother and a member of the royal family. In addition to this, he is making certain that his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, are learning to adapt to their new roles. In addition, he maintains a close relationship with his brother, Prince Harry, despite previously existing tensions, which helps to keep the family together during this trying time. At significant public events, he also acts as a representative of the monarchy. It is becoming increasingly important that he delivers speeches, which are shaping the image of the royal family. Along with overseeing the finances, he is in charge of managing the royal estates. Following his father's ascension to the throne, Prince William successfully inherited the Duchy of Cornwall, which is now under his complete authority. In order to guarantee that the estate will continue to be a source of wealth for subsequent generations of the royal family, he has implemented a number of changes that are centered on the preservation of the environment and the planning for the future. As a result of his increased involvement in international affairs, Britain has been able to maintain its leading position on the international stage. It is through his meetings with world leaders that Britain has been able to strengthen its role in diplomacy and maintain relationships that have been cultivated over the course of several decades. Prince William is more interested in taking prompt action and being present in areas where assistance is required, in contrast to King Charles, who has spent years concentrating on global issues. He has gone to homeless shelters, shared his experiences with families who are struggling, and supported social programs that are aimed at making people's lives better. Because of his approach that is both practical and personal, he is well liked by individuals who feel a stronger connection to him than they did to previous royals. No one has failed to notice the change in responsibilities. Despite the fact that some people believe this transition is occurring more quickly than anticipated, others maintain that it is a natural step. It is abundantly clear that Prince William is no longer merely getting ready to take the throne of the United Kingdom. He has already taken the lead. As King Charles continues to face a growing number of challenges, the royal family is going through a transition that has the potential to alter the future of the monarchy. How is Queen Camilla dealing with the health issues that King Charles is experiencing? The burden that rests on Queen Camilla's shoulders. As King Charles continues to struggle with his health, Queen Camilla has a lot of responsibilities to deal with. Despite the fact that she has been by his side for decades, the most recent chapter in their lives has put her to the test in ways that she had not anticipated. The weight of the situation has profoundly affected her, despite the fact that she portrays herself to the public as calm and collected when she attends royal events. Queen Camilla has always shown a quiet dedication to the royal duties that she has been tasked with. As soon as she was given the position of Queen Consort, she gracefully accepted it and supported King Charles as he assumed the responsibilities that come with being their monarch. However, once the news of King Charles's illness became public, everything changed behind the palace doors. Everything was different. Although the royal family had been keeping a close eye on his health for some time, the confirmed diagnosis came as a complete surprise to them. According to the sources, Queen Camilla has been present at his medical appointments, has listened to the concerns expressed by the physician, and has made certain that his daily routine has remained the same. The people around her have observed how much the stress has affected her, despite the fact that she makes a concerted effort to maintain her strength. Despite the fact that she has continued to make public appearances, there have been times when she has appeared more distant and lost in thought. Some people have observed that she does not remain at events for as long as she used to, and she frequently leaves immediately after her duties. The unpredictability of King Charles's future has caused her to experience a profound sense of melancholy for which she was not yet prepared. Despite the fact that she was having a difficult time, the Queen was also responsible for providing solace to the employees of the palace. She has taken on additional responsibilities, including acting as a substitute for King Charles in situations where he is unable to attend certain engagements. It has not gone unnoticed that she is one of the most active members of the royal family, in addition to filling in the gaps that have been left by the king's struggles with his health. The most difficult aspect for Queen Camilla, however, is the anxiety she feels about what will happen next. Despite the fact that the monarchy is founded on stability, nothing seems to be certain anymore. The circumstances surrounding King Charles's condition have not been disclosed to the general public, which has resulted in the public having questions. Those who are familiar with her say that she has had a difficult time concealing her feelings when she is in private situations. This circumstance has put her to the test in ways that few people anticipated, despite the fact that she has always been a strong figure. In spite of the fact that she never intended to take on the role of queen, she now finds herself carrying more than just the title. It is possible that the people will begin selecting their future king at this time, given the struggles that King Charles is experiencing and the strong support that Prince William is receiving from the public. There has never been a definitive public opinion regarding the royal family. Throughout the years, there have been times when people have been extremely supportive of the monarchy, and there have also been times when they have been extremely critical of it. But as of late, there has been a shift in the general public's viewpoint. King Charles, who was once received with a great deal of support, is currently experiencing a decline in favorability. In the meantime, Prince William and Princess Catherine are gaining more public trust, which indicates a shift in how people perceive the monarchy. The approval rating of King Charles had dropped to 47%, according to a survey conducted by YouGov. This represents a significant decrease from the months that he had been in power. Despite the fact that many people continue to respect him, this decline has been contributed to by concerns regarding his health and leadership. As a result of the fact that the king is unable to work due to his illness, people are concerned about the future of the royal family. Nevertheless, according to the same YouGov poll, Prince William's approval rating has increased to 72%. This is a significant improvement. Because of this rating, he is the most popular royal, surpassing even Queen Camilla in popularity alone. The confidence of the general public in him has increased as a result of his modern approach to leadership and his growing role in royal duties. As a result of his understanding of everyday life, he is liked by a lot of people, which contributes to his popularity. There is also a great deal of admiration for Princess Catherine. The results of a separate survey conducted by Ipsos showed that 68% of British citizens have a favorable opinion of her, praising her grace, work ethic, and dedication to charitable causes. The monarchy's reputation has been significantly improved as a direct result of her frequent presence. Her absence, which was caused by concerns about her health, resulted in widespread public support. Because of this, she became even more cherished by every member of the royal family. Despite the fact that Prince William and Princess Catherine continue to garner an increasing amount of support, younger generations are becoming increasingly concerned about the future of the monarchy. A poll conducted by Statista found that only 32% of British citizens between the ages of 18 and 24 believe that the monarchy is still relevant. It is possible that the royal family will face difficulties in the long run as a result of this decline in support among younger demographics. On the other hand, older generations continue to be largely in favor of the institution, with more than 60% of those aged 55 and older giving their support to the monarchy. The numbers demonstrate that there is a growing interest in the leadership of Prince William and Princess Catherine, while King Charles is facing a challenging road ahead of him. The struggles that the king has been having with his health and his decreased presence in public have contributed to a loss of confidence, whereas the ability of Prince William to take on more responsibilities has reassured many people. Individuals are focusing their attention on the future as the driving force behind these changes. In order to provide support for the institution, Prince William's capacity to connect with the general public has been essential. In light of the fact that people are losing faith in King Charles and tensions are rising, is he dealing with additional problems in addition to his health? An uneasy relationship with the heads of state around the world diplomacy has always been an essential component of the role that the British monarchy plays on the international stage. However, despite the fact that the royal family does not formulate policies for the government, its presence and influence in international affairs carry a significant amount of weight. King Charles, much like his late mother, has taken strong stances on issues pertaining to the world. However, his recent actions have caused some world leaders to express their displeasure. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, one of the topics that has received the most attention is King Charles' outspoken support for the Ukrainian government. Since the beginning of the conflict, he has been unwavering in his support for Ukraine and has referred to the war as a violation of international law. Both his public speeches and his meetings with the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, provided support for his position. In spite of the fact that his strategy was lauded by a great number of Western allies, it did not sit well with a number of world leaders. It has been reported that officials in Russia were dissatisfied with the direct remarks made by King Charles. His comments were considered interference by the Kremlin, despite the fact that he did not hold any political power. On the other hand, the broader concerns that King Charles has regarding human rights in China have contributed to the tensions that exist between the two countries. The Chinese government has exercised caution in its interactions with the United Kingdom, particularly in light of the fact that King Charles has demonstrated support for issues concerning Tibet and Hong Kong. In a number of European countries, his stance on Ukraine has been met with unanimous approval. During a visit to Berlin that will go down in history, He spoke about the significance of unity and peace, putting an emphasis on the role that European countries play in preserving stability. Those in Germany and France regarded it as a significant demonstration of support. On the other hand, responses were taken differently in the Middle East. There were some nations that chose to maintain their neutrality during the conflict, and as a result of King Charles's stance, their interactions with Buckingham Palace became more cautious. Even in the United States, where many people hold King Charles in high regard, his diplomatic actions have been met with both praise and criticism. It has been quietly voiced by a few prominent political figures in the United States that they are concerned that King Charles is getting too involved in political discussions. Queen Elizabeth was well known for maintaining her impartiality, but many people believe that King Charles is handling the situation in a different manner. In spite of the escalating tensions, he has persisted in his efforts to increase his connections with influential people around the world. Through his efforts, he has been able to maintain the United Kingdom's presence in global discussions, as well as host multiple state visits and attend a number of international summits. However, his diplomatic approach has demonstrated a departure from the customs that have been followed in the past, which has resulted in discussions regarding the changing role of the monarchy. Was Prince William able to demonstrate that he is prepared to assume the throne? Does it make sense for King Charles to step aside and allow the new era to start? In the comments section, please be sure to share your thoughts with us. For additional content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Furthermore, click the following video that is displayed on your screen. You are going to take pleasure in it.